guys, on another episode of What is Going On. Let's talk about how the newly elected chair of Georgia is saying that Democrats, the party, has not been fighting hard enough. And let's get into his conclusions. Now, Charlie Bailey won election to chair of Georgia's Democratic Party on Saturday, pledging he'll raise the money to help the party win elections in 2025 and 2026. Bailey was the Democratic nominee in 2018 for Attorney General and in 2022 for Lieutenant Governor, losing both times to Republicans. So he replaces U.S. Rep. Nikema Williams, who stepped down after Kamala Harris lost to Donald Trump in the southern swing state, spotlighted discontent with her leadership. The party voted earlier to change its bylaws to say that its chair could be paid in full time instead of the volunteer post it traditionally has been. Williams agreed to the change and stepped down after it was made. Bailey told the more than 200 state committee members who gathered at a Teamster Union Hall south of downtown Atlanta that he will focus on the party's one job: to elect as many Democrats to as many offices across the great state as humanly possible, which I think is a fantastic idea because we are overrun by Republicans. Again, not all Republicans are bad, but I mean, if you are not standing up and fighting for your people in your district or your state, etc., and you know your president is doing things that is unconstitutional, shame on you, and you should step down. And I feel like that, and I said what I said. Bailey promised to raise a whole heap of money and to be a strong messenger for the Democratic values while holding Republicans accountable. He takes office at a time when many Democrats are alarmed about the early actions of the second administration of your president, Mr. Trump, and are pressing for their party to provide forceful opposition before the 2026 election, even though they are in the minority in the U.S. House and Senate. So Bailey said that the Democrats have not been fighting hard enough and that he would begin by clearly communicating what his party stands for. The first thing is you've got to be clear about what your values are, which we're going to do, and then we're going to win races, he said. I mean, the only way to change this stuff is to take back power. You got to beat these Republicans. He said his narrow losses in 2018 and 2022 can help him show other Democrats how to beat GOP candidates, and that the party will seek to identify the best targets to make gains. While Georgia has 2 Democratic U.S. senators, its governor and all other statewide officials are Republican. Lord have mercy, he's going to have a hard time. I know what it takes to run effective campaigns and to cut into those margins, Bailey said. 7 candidates competed for the chair's position Saturday, including State Senator Nabila Islam Parks of Duluth, former Augusta Mayor Hardy Davis, and former Chatham County Commissioner Jay Jones. After no one won a majority in the first round of voting, Bailey defeated former Rome City Commissioner and long-term Democratic activist Wendy Davis in a runoff. Bailey was nominated Saturday by U.S. Rep. Lucy McBeth and was endorsed by U.S. Senator John Ossoff, among many others. But some who supported Davis and other candidates said they wanted a more grassroots approach. There is no knight on a white horse who's going to ride in and save the DPG or our democracy, Davis told committee members, saying she would focus on building up county parties and leverage her long relationships. So I'm not going to continue to read this article. This article is on apnews.com. Here's my thing. The Democratic Party has a lot of work to do. The messaging is very, very poor. You are going to have to find senators, you're going to have to find governors, you're going to have to find city officials, you're going to have to find House representatives that are very outspoken. We don't need, this is not a time for docile or introverted people in this is a time you guys need to elect people that are outspoken, but make sure that you guys do have a balance when it comes for that. So the people that you are choosing to represent the Democratic Party, they better be able to go toe to toe with the Republicans. Because one thing I can say about the Republicans is that even when they are dead ass wrong, they stand behind each other. They don't embarrass each other nationally on national coverage. The Democratic Party has done that, and you cannot do that. You have to show a unified front, even if you guys aren't unified, okay? And figure it out and keep your issues in-house and work those out. But when you are out in front of the public, you need to get your shit together, okay? You need to get your shit together. Because as crazy as this administration is, one thing I can say is they have unity. They have unity, and the people that are not speaking up, the Republicans that are in disagreement when it comes to some of these policies, some of these procedures that the Trump administration has done, and you're not speaking up, you basically are saying you're okay with it, So I don't want to hear any of the bullshit like you're afraid and everything like that. So you do need the Bernie Sanders. You do need the Jasmine Crockett's. You do need what is her name? You do need AOC. You need outspoken people. And you need people that is not afraid to go low with them. America is missing that. And, the Democratic Party wants to uphold this like prestigious, like we are a political party and everything like that. Those times are dead. If you want to hit the youth, you want the youth to vote for you, you're going to have to get out there. You're going to have to get on social media. You're going to have to get out there where young people frequent, and you're going to have to get your message out there. You're going to have to start getting going on these streaming services for these very popular streamers, and not only white streamers. You fail every fucking chance you guys get. You do not pour into the black media, and the black media, I'm telling you, they will help you guys win these elections. Okay, you gotta stop ignoring these black and brown media outlets. Even if it is a medium size outlet, you need to go to those. Don't just go to the very popular. You need to go to the mom and pop, the up and coming as well, because they are an untapped market that you guys have not tapped into, and you guys will be surprised how your influence and your conversation will open up the minds, especially the younger generations, to possibly get out on them polls and vote for you guys. So there is a lot of stuff that you guys need to do. You guys need to stop being afraid to speak up, because I'm pretty sure you guys are speaking how you really want to speak behind closed doors, but you need to be more outspoken. You need to show that you will call people out, you will put them in their place, and you need to also talk about the accomplishments that you guys have made collectively and individually. Because that is another thing you guys failed, and that's the reason why she didn't get into the office. Mrs. Harris didn't get into this office because you guys weren't talking about your accomplishments. The Republican Party, even though a lot of people feel like they're narcissistic and delusional, but they are going to talk about their accomplishments, even if they're not really accomplishments, or they're somebody else's accomplishments. You guys need to really do that. You need to, I'm sorry, you guys need to hire some millennials. We're mid-age now, okay? We are in our middle 30s or up. You guys need to have the younger generation as well as the older generation. I'm not saying the older generation cannot bring something to the party, but you really need the majority of you guys need to be listening to the younger generations. And they need to be guided by the older generations and being open and receptive to a lot of the things that have changed that will impact the trajectory of you guys' elections. Listen to the younger people, goddammit. Yeah, that's all I gotta say for now.